Brazil's protests spark controversy over amnesty for Bolsonaro. Tens of thousands have gathered in Brazil's streets to demand no amnesty be granted to former president Jair Bolsonaro, who was convicted of planning a coup and sentenced to 27 years in prison. The populist leader lost the 2022 presidential election to left-leaning opponent Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, which led to his rise to power. However, amid the legal proceedings, hundreds of demonstrators have marched across major cities to oppose right-wing efforts to help Bolsonaro escape jail, citing plans to assassinate Lula. https://www.theguardian.com/Operation World Cup at the heart of Brazil's Jair Bolsonaro trial of the century and other political figures. The pro-democracy movement has been spearheaded by legendary musicians, including Caetano Veloso. https://Caetano Veloso, Brazil Bolsonaro, so confused, so incompetent, who were at the forefront of the fight against the brutal military dictatorship that ruled Brazil from 1964 to 1985. Veloso emphasized the need for immediate action, stating, "This cannot go unanswered. We must go out onto the streets as we have in the past to say that we, as a people, as a nation, will not accept this." Protesters also condemned the approval of a new law in Brazil's conservative legislature, denounced as the Bandit's bill, which would make it harder for lawmakers to be charged or arrested for alleged crimes. Meanwhile, artists and screen personalities have joined marches in major cities to denounce these efforts and support the ongoing fight against political polarization. Long live democracy. Long live Brazil. The Golden Globe-nominated actor Wagner Moura hailed as a momentous celebration of Brazil's democratic progress following Bolsonaro's conviction. In São Paulo, tens of thousands gathered outside the art museum to symbolically raise the Brazilian flag, responding to Trump's unsuccessful attempts to pressure the country into a deal to reduce his sentence. At a rally in Belo Horizonte, singer Fernanda Takai condemned the measures taken to help Bolsonaro evade jail, calling them shameless maneuvers. She urged the public to take a stand and express anger over their misdeeds. In Brasilia, where Bolsonaro is currently under house arrest, thousands gathered near the buildings of the Supreme Court and Congress to protest the destruction of infrastructure during the radical right-wing's attempt to orchestrate the coup. Overseas, demonstrations in Berlin, Lisbon, and London demanded Bolsonaro's imprisonment. Meanwhile, musician Buarque, who fled Italy in the late 1960s due to the military dictatorship, rejected the idea of an amnesty for Bolsonaro. He said, "We do not want a repeat of the 1979 amnesty, which allowed no punishment for the regime's crimes." Buarque argued that granting amnesty would only deepen divisions and that the current system remains imperfect.